Hi everyone, welcome back to Forward Therapy. My name is Kelly. I'm a certified hand therapist, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I've been making a static progressive type splint or tool that patients can use to help increase their IP flexion. So often when people have really stiff fingers, after we've gotten more of the MCP joints flexed, people sometimes have a hard time getting the passive IP motion. So this is a really nice way that I've been using to do that. Let's get into it. So I am going to use a little piece of scrap material for this. You really don't need very much material. You can use actually a really tiny piece. So save all those scraps because you can definitely use them for this. We're gonna make a little cuff that sits on the dorsal proximal phalanx of the finger to be sort of our anchor piece. You could, if you wanted to, probably make it a ring too, just so that it's a little bit more stable. So that's okay to do too. Kind of like a pulley ring, really. So I'm just gonna cut my material. I've got some weird vibes today. I don't know, I've had already a lot of coffee. So that's fun for me. So just a little piece, you know, just enough to sort of go across the dorsal PIP, not PIP, proximal phalanx. I swear I am actually good at what I do. It may not seem like it sometimes, but I am. And while that's a little bit softer, I'm just gonna cut a rounder edge for this. I like that as I'm doing this, I'm showing you how I normally do it, and I just literally had the most ridiculous, like, brain blown moment, mind blown moment. Brain blown. Let's talk about that. I realized just now that I could have made this into a ring, and that actually probably will work better. So I think I'm gonna try that for the first time ever on YouTube. And we'll see how that goes. And if I hate it, then I can always refilm it later and you guys will never know, right? That's the beauty of editing, baby. Okay. Again, wild energy today. Don't know. Couldn't tell you why. I think I just slept really good last night. Okay, so my material is ready. And then you're just gonna literally form, I'm gonna make this into a ring, like I said. Especially because I don't have a lot of swelling or difficulty getting a ring over my knuckles, so that may be a problem for some patients, right? Wow, excuse that this is not perfect, but literally just making a little thermoplastic ring, super quick, super easy. Just make sure there are no fingerprints. So that's kind of how it's looking so far. We're just gonna let this cool down. And then what I'm gonna do with this little splint is I'm gonna put a little bit of hook Velcro across the back, and then I'm gonna use like a little piece of a stretchy loop. So you could use kind of whatever you have. In our clinic, this is just a scrap piece that it was literally gonna get thrown out. So it's just like this super stretchy loop is what we call it. And this one's like an inch, which is nice. They also make it in like a 2-inch. We order it from North Coast Medical if that helps you, but I'm sure you could use other materials like Neoloop is another good like stretchy strap material. You could probably use pajama elastic, although pajama elastic doesn't stick to sticky back hook, which makes this very simple. Okay, so this baby is feeling cooked, and I'm just gonna clean it up because honestly, this is for the YouTube, and we want it to look semi-good and not too terrible. And if I was in the clinic, so I'm just literally trimming down the edges so that they're not all jagged. If I was in the clinic, I would be using my heat gun to seal this, but I'm just gonna use a little bit of hot water and just stick the edge together. So if you do a ring, you just wanna make sure it's not gonna pop apart. And again, you're seeing this for the first time ever live from me just having a random brainstorm to myself. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this little piece of scrap Velcro, okay, that I'm gonna cut down and stick across the back. Actually, let me just find a slightly longer piece. So I literally just cut this down the middle. Also, tell me why every time I cut Velcro, I have to think really hard about which way the loop is gonna stick to the hook. So I have to think like, am I gonna put it this way or this way? I don't know if anyone else struggles with that, but it takes me at least 30 seconds every time. It's a little embarrassing. So I'm literally just sticking that to the back side here. So that's gonna be our little anchor. And then I feel like this video is giving chaotic vibes. I feel like I'm searching around wildly for my materials that are literally right here. So love that for us. And then here's my little piece of super stretchy loop. So all you gotta do, and this maybe will blow your mind, I don't know, maybe some of you are already geniuses in doing this. All you gotta do is hook it here and then get the finger kind of tethered. So when people's fingers are really stiff, this is the only fiddly part, which is why I'm thinking maybe the ring design works pretty good. You've just got to find a way to get that IP kind of caught so that you can stick it to the back. And now we've got this lovely little static progressive-esque deal where the patient can put this on their finger, and then I usually advise, you know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes sort of at a time if they're able to tolerate that. You could even start with 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And as they sit there and their tissue starts to relax a little bit, we start to get that give, then they can actually adjust it so that it's a little bit tighter, so they can push a little further into that stretch. So let me know what you guys think. I've actually had pretty decent luck with this one. The hardest part, I think, is just that it's a little fiddly for patients to get on and off. But what I usually have them do is just slide their finger out and out. That way then they can just slip it back on, and then they can sort of, you know, fiddle with the Velcro to get it just right. But again, everyone's a little different. Feel free to test this out. Let me know what you guys think. And I'd love to see some other options for this. Let me know what you guys are doing for these static progressive DIY splints that are kind of no muss, no fuss. So yeah, let me know if you liked it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.